activity. Mr. C, look at the Kasima Islamic school students. Over 1 year, they are still in captivity. Countless Nigerians are missing. Countless Nigerians are dead in so many serious circumstances that cannot be properly accounted for. That is why we are saying that the security apparatus in the country is overwhelmed. The security system in the country is overwhelmed. That is why so many people, you remember what the United Nations now tagged Watermelon's proposal. It is now officially called the Watermelon's Initiative in security. What is it saying? Protect yourself, protect your family. Protect your property, protect your home, protect your farms, protect your offices, and protect your environment. If the established security forces cannot do that, let us find a way where individuals and governments at all levels to create the enabling arrangement where protection of life and property can be properly accounted for. Mr. C, you remember 2 days ago, we were told that Watermelon has gone ahead to establish his own, what he called it was community protection guard. Well, he has established it in every local government, community protection guard. And then we are here in the Southeast, not considering our protection. And our governors and leaders and chairmen of local governments, our senators, they are all on their high horses. Our members of House of Reps and state assemblies, everybody is to blame. You don't just blame the governor. Everybody is to blame for this lapse in security, especially in the Southeast. We ought to put something in place that should ensure the integrity of life and property today. We don't have it. So what I'm saying, Mr. C, is that nobody should say that individual right for self-protection should not be guaranteed. Nobody should say that. Because that is Guatemala's position, and I buy it.
All right.
I am saying that people are entitled to protect themselves, protect their families, at home, in the offices, even on the highways. This it cannot be done today. It cannot be done effectively today by the law enforcement apparatus we have. It's a problem, and we must have to find solutions to it.
Oh well, Open Parliament live on the frequencies. Chikwe Udensi is a guest, usually is on Wednesdays. And don't forget to go on Facebook and drop your comments at www.facebook.com/familylove99.9 FM. We'll get to a case which you instituted recently at the Federal High Court sitting in Umar here. And of course that the court has decided to fix Wednesday, July 13th, 2022 for the hearing of the case you filed, and this against your party, the All Progressive Grad Alliance, and 3 others. But let's look at education. This is one area where you are also passionate about. And sadly, striking university unions, including the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, have lamented the effect of the no work, no pay policy invoked by the federal government, saying it was meant to weaken the resolve. Now, the national president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Oshiduke, and SANU's national vice president, Dr. Abdusabor Salam, well, they spoke in separate interviews. Oshiduke told newsmen that the last time he received his salary was in February this year, adding that the government strategy apparently of withholding the salaries is meant to weaken the resolve over the union's demands. How long are we going to still have our students be at home? The last time Oshiduke did speak, he said, hey, as far as the unions are concerned, even if it's right now, at the moment he spoke, we're ready to call off the strike. The federal government doesn't want to budge. What's your take?
I'm totally bewildered. I'm totally confused, Mr. C, that we have a government that will allow its citizens, students, to remain out of school for as much as 5 months, and everybody is going around as if nothing is happening. We are told that they are owed 4 months, the teachers, and they have gone into what they call no work, no pay threshold. Mr. C, let us look at the facts of the matter. What are the real facts of the matter? The facts of the matter is that the payment strategy the government want to adopt is at variance with what the teachers want to. One of the major areas is the IBPIS. What does it mean, Mr. C? It means that they want to articulate where one lecturer is paid for one source and in one school. But Mr. C, you know that today we have dearth of lecturers, especially in some specialty areas. We don't have enough lecturers. So what most lecturers do today to augment their income, to augment their living, is that they take job in more than one university. Mr. C, this is not strange. It is happening everywhere in the world. We have visiting professors in everywhere. We have visiting lecturers everywhere. What government is saying is that no matter the amount of universities they teach at, they are going to be paid from one source and only one salary. The university lecturers are saying, no, the salaries you are paying us at one source is not enough to keep us going. And moreover, if we have to do 2 jobs, we pay us 2 salaries. Nothing can be more fair than that, Mr. C. The issue of stopping their payment is not in keeping with the Nigerian labor laws. Surprisingly, Dr. Chris Ngige, the Minister for Labor, he was a civil servant. He's a retired director, deputy director in federal civil service. I have gone through some of his antecedents when he was a director. He was very vibrant in the area of humanism, making sure that the welfare of workers was paramount. I listened to some of the things he said when he was a deputy director, especially when he attended several meetings of the labor union. Mr. C, his Minister of State is Festus Keyamo. He's a senior advocate of Nigeria. Festus Keyamo is a civil rights lawyer and a civil rights activist. The question is, where have we gone wrong? Mr. C, don't forget that the former NLC president of Shomole, he was a governor of Edo State. And half of the time he was governor of Edo State, the labor union were on strike. Well, what have we gotten wrong in this country? What is the problem, Mr. C? Mr. C, not too long, some time ago when Babangida was the president of this country, there was a young man who was very vibrant in the area of human rights. In fact, he was an advocate of making sure the poor people were taken care of. His name is Dr. Tai Solari. Dr. Tai Solari was called by IBB and he was made the president of People's Bank. People's Bank was an establishment by Mr. Babangida, the then president, to make sure poor people were taken care of. Mr. C, poor people were washed off. People's Bank closed down under Dr. Tai Solari. Where have we got it wrong in this country? When we talk about the international standards, but what it ought to be in payment of salaries, Nigerian law says, the labor law says, as long as there is an employee-employer relationship, you must continue to pay salaries. But internationally, if we tend to look at the part of the world where we drew our democracy from America, America does not pay salaries. America pays wages. Whatever you kill, you eat. In America, you have to clock in. The amount of hours you clock in is the amount of hours you are paid. So if you don't show up at all, you are not paid at all. So we must have to emulate the good ones from around the world. If we are saying we are going to be paying salaries, then the teachers, the ASU lecturers on strike must be paid their salaries, because there is still exists a employee-employer relationship. But if we must have to adopt the system that is being taken care of in other parts of the world, where it is wherever you kill, you eat. If you clock in, you are paid hourly.
Okay.
If we are going to adopt that system, it becomes a lot better for the country. That is where we are right now, Mr. C. And it's unfortunate that those who are suffering are the students, the system, and the country. The intelligent professors today, the great professors we have today, those emeritus have never left the country. They've gone to places where their services will be properly appreciated and they can live meaningfully well with members of their family.
All right.
So that's where we are today, Mr. C, and we must have to take care of it. Otherwise, the country is going to go down more than where we are.
Open Parliament, Chikwe Udensi is a guest. My name is Mr. C. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022 at Sheraton's Hotels, Abuja. The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV Service Awards 2022.
Open Parliament still. And of course, Chikwe Udensi is still a guest virtually right here in the studio. My name is Mr. C. www.facebook.com/family love 99.9 FM is where you can go drop your comments on Facebook. Oh well, away from the education sector, you did institute an action before a federal high court sitting in Umar here, the Abia State capital. And of course, the court fixed Wednesday, July 13, 2022 for the hearing of the case you filed against your party and of course 3 others. We might not necessarily get into the merit or otherwise of the case because that would amount to subjudice, but you want to comment on this?
Yes, especially Mr. C, the report of one of the reporters, Mr. OK Sampson. I had called him early this morning to talk to him about what he wrote there and to tell him that was not the proper situation. You do not have to misinform the society. As personnel, they should make effort, they go collect the information themselves. If there's a situation where they collect information from a second or third party, you should verify. And apart from verifying, you should also seek to get the opinion of everybody. The information we got is that there was a result that was put before the court. No, the true position is that there were two results put before the court because we had parallel primaries. In one of the parallel primaries, the one that was conducted at the in the hotel area, if I can remember the name of the hotel again, I won in that one, and Mr. Chikwe came third. But in the one conducted in the Catholic area, Greg Ibe won, and Mr. Chikwe came second. Mr. Chikwe did not institute any court case. Mr. Chikwe is seeking to join. In fact, they are not even joined. So there was some level of misinformation. Mr. Chikwe is a senior advocate of Nigeria. If he has any misgivings of any of the results, he must go to court by himself. He has sought to join my own case, and he also sought to join the case of General Ijoma. He should make effort to seek his own position. He should canvass his own position, go to court by himself, and then if he has enough information to suggest that he won. I'm saying that my own primaries is a credible primaries. It is the primaries done by the eligible delegates. That's why I'm insisting that mine is the one that ought to be accepted and declared. So this is where we are right now, Mr. C. We have two primaries, we have two results, and we're asking the courts, which of these two results is the authentic one? And in a few months, we understand that the position of the law, especially the Electoral Act, is that 180 days is the amount of time allowed for the case to be heard. So before the 10th of August, when actually the campaigns ought to have started, the courts would have decided or adjudicated between these two primaries, which one is the authentic one? Is it the one held the hotel halls, or is it the one held at the Catholic area? That's what we are asking the courts to adjudicate. And I have no doubt in my mind that the Daniel must come to judgment.
Well, we're going to keep our fingers crossed and definitely see what the court decides. But away from the court situation and the case you instituted, you did carry out your second phase of palliatives to the elderly and pensioners in the state. I think that happened over the weekend. What about that? It happened in our Chukwu local government area. Are we going further?
Yes, Mr. C, you remember that I finished the first phase of the palliatives in all the 17 local governments. I thought I was going to rest a little bit, but the pensioners keep calling. The elderly persons keep calling me that they're still suffering, they're still hardship, and most of them are dying. In fact, one of the days they called me, they were just coming from the mortuary. One of them died of malaria. Malaria, Mr. C. Somebody who was put in 35 years of his youth in the service of his nation is dying of malaria. Not that the malaria became chronic, no, but because he was not able to afford the medication. That is where I want to stop. So in view of that, Mr. C, I decided to come back again. So I'm going to do another phase of palliatives for the pensioners. I started with my home local government of Chukwu, but we were overwhelmed again. We were expecting to have about 300 or 400 people, but they came in their thousands. But we thank God that everybody left there with something, and that was the important thing. And Mr. C, we're also going to now go to the rest 16 local governments. I just hurried back to Abuja to take care of the health of my daughter who is a little bit sick, and but she's recovering. So I'm going to hurry back to ensure that I continue the palliatives. Mr. C, one other area that bothers me so much is when I went very close to see a friend of mine who stays on the Port Harcourt Road area. Have you seen how Port Harcourt Road is, Mr. C? Nothing is done there. And I'm told that not too long ago we lost a motorbike rider, the regular Okada rider. We were told that he plunged into one of the beaches there and died. I have tried to find out where the family of the Okada rider is, so I can see what I can help them with. But it is very disturbing. So, Mr. C, I have decided that by the time I conclude with this second phase of the palliatives, I'm going to start doing something on that Port Harcourt Road. I will make sure that I put some effort in making Port Harcourt Road movable, drivable. I have done it before. I did several routes in Aba. So I am going to look at that area and make sure that at least it is drivable. I don't know why we are so daft to the extent we can't see
the Port Harcourt Road is supposed to be a federal road. How do you intend to go about it?
Well, I have written a letter. First of all, I wrote to the state. I asked my staff to reach out to the Commissioner for Works. I'm told it's a federal road. So we have done a letter to the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Works, asking them to please allow us to do some little bit of palliatives on that road. But what I intend to do, Mr. C, is not to obstruct the road, no, because it involves several hundreds of millions of naira to do. But I want to make it motorable. I want to make it drivable. So we are waiting, and we are waiting for them to give us the approval. And once we get the approval, we shall make that road drivable sooner than later. Mr. C, I'm not going to be one of those politicians who will promise what I will do. No. I want to do what I can do and start with my own funds. That's what I'll do. Whatever I want to do, I can tell you I can do it with my own little funds. And if I can do this with my own funds, you can imagine what I can do if I have public funds. It will be judiciously used and make sure it is for the benefit of our people. That is where we are right now, Mr. C.
All right, let's go to your comments. Let's go to your calls right now. In case you just tuned in, it's Open Parliament. Our guest is Chikwe Udensi, Interpol consultant and security expert. Here are the phone lines: 0816-1115-955 or 070-16514, and the rest is 107. We got a first caller here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Chief.
Good morning, please.
My name is Chikwe Udensi. I've been calling you earlier about fire shop and all that. Good day to Mama. Mama, fire shop. How are you? The more possible. Thank you. One of our regular caller for radio. Thank you much. For a very long time, people are not hearing about that man. That man is down. We don't know that man is down. Thank you much. The man said, "Let I thank you." Say in the hospital, say if I say to me, you say for don't die. So I just want to thank you, Rishi. I beg the thing what they do, you good. Let you keep on. They do what they do. Pensioners, why don't they call me again? I know they see me here. For the past now, you know, Robert, I beg now. You know, Robert, I beg. Which time? But I know say you the time. You know, say that me if I beg, they do. I beg. Anyway, they help. I know say the listen now. If I drop, I say they're gonna call me. Which time will not start? Alright, you don't try, make it help. Thank you, God bless you, sir.
I heard about Mr. C.
Yes.
I was told he's a regular caller, and somebody gave him my phone number, so he called me, and I had to see what we can help him with. I did not know that they were buried, so we managed to see how we can help him. He's very down, very down, and I hope other public spiritual individuals should come to the help of the young man. He is very down.
Well, thanks for coming through from our end because he's a regular. He was before now a regular caller on this Parliament. I've been down, we understand, for about three years or thereabout. Well, we still have the phone lines open. You want to come through? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Who say man no the name? I'm calling from Mumbai.
Welcome.
Please, I'm glad to hear what Robert just said now. And I want to thank you once again. I want to thank Love FM once again for helping out this young man, Honorable Frank in Northlake and one of Obaidwe. Even when his political alliance has seems like they've abandoned him. I thank you, Mr. C. I thank you, Barrister Mr. C, for your work well done. And for Chikwe Udensi for coming on with that rich amount of money. I know that it will go a long way. And secondly, I pray that God will complete, bless and replenish your sources. And finally, the issue of you going to court, Afghans know people that have been touching their lives. Afghans know that in Afghan, you are the only voice in Afghan for Chikwe Udensi. In as much as the migrants, people that just came from nowhere, started to come and do one or two things, I will not talk, and the payouts of pensioners and the children ones that have affected their life positively, they keep praying for you. God investigate in God. God will help you to get a victory at the end of this race. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Chikwe Udensi. Good morning, sir. My name is Koli Chidadon Nagos, and I'm calling from Osemonga.
Welcome.
Chief Udensi, I totally agree with you on all that you said concerning the insecurity, the governance, and I don't want to delve into politics this morning. You see, it's so sad what is happening here in Nigeria, that the insecurity sphere are degenerated to the point that the convoy of the Mr. President is now being attacked. Then what else can we say? You see, unfortunately, I think the security architecture of Nigeria is compromised, completely compromised. It has eroded completely. And if anybody is serious about security situation, then that person has to, first and foremost, reorganize it. Decentralize certain things, remove certain people, because I think they have roles among them. That is why it cannot change until those things are done. And then we don't talk about cybernetics in security. Why is it that we always, or these people will always take us unawares? Where is the DSS? Where is those times where people go and they get information? Where are they now?
All right.
It's disheartening.
Thank you.
Let me give you information. I was informed by the security on ground in Dutsima. I was informed that this attack and the events that followed after the attack happened for over 4 hours. You see, we have the Nigerian Air Force there. We are the rapid response group. We are the first responders group. What happened to the military formations in Katsina? 4 hours of attack of a presidential convoy and nothing happened? It gives concern, enormous concern. So that simply means that nobody is safe in the country. And what we are seeing happening is that demands total revolution of our systems, especially the security systems. It must be completely changed. If it's not changed, I can't see any silver lining. Mr. C.
Well, thank you. Hello, good morning. Oh, I'll keep that call coming. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning, please.
Yeah, good morning, Chikwe Udensi. Yeah, good morning, sir. Yeah, I appreciate the effort you've made in helping. Actually, that's a good one. My take is that I just want to ask this question. I recall that in few years ago, when Alex Oti came into ABDA, you had this same issue of parallel Congress. And I remember very well that you took your Congress live, and Alex Oti also took his own. And at the end of the day, it was alleged, I am saying alleged, that you compromised and gave Alex Oti that ticket. The same thing is also playing out now. A Congress has been held, and three of you are laying claim to that Congress. Don't you think that it has become your style? Because it is believed that Ibe, Great Ibe has won that. Don't you think that this has become your trading stock? That at the end of the day, too, you will compete? Because I believe Great Ibe has won that election, and he should be allowed to contest. Let him come out so that he will have a chance against other. But don't you think that that has become your trading stock? God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for asking that question. Number one, I did not compromise at any given time, and I have never asked for or taken one penny from anybody, whosoever, in whatever form or shape. The situation with electricity was very clear. When it was simple that the party did not want me to contest that election, I chose to go to PPA. I contested under PPA. Don't forget, it is not that I compromised my stance. No. At this instance, the issue here is, am I willing to accept the condition of some of the members of the party has put across to me? Am I willing to accept the conditions? I said no. I will not accept these conditions. I will stand by what is right. And these conditions are the conditions we are running away from PDP right now. If I am going to accept those conditions, then what makes us different from PDP? You should be congratulating me for taking very powerful and strong stance. I cannot compromise my stance on a porridge, a plate of porridge. I will never do that. Or any amount of money. No, I will never do that. What I'm saying right now is that there were two primaries. Which one is correct? If the court says Great Ibe is correct, they will click and follow Great Ibe. But if the court says it is not that is correct, I should be followed. It has always been the issue of accepting conditions. Chikwe Udensi will not accept any condition that is contrary to what we have to have. I have explained these conditions before on radio, and if you want me again, I will explain conditions. And I also ask you to please, if you are manly enough, ask Great Ibe to come and show Abians what he signed. Go and let Great Ibe show Abians what Chikwe Udensi refused to sign, which he signed. What is the cost of the matter? I will not accept those conditions and I refuse to sign. But Great Ibe has signed those conditions. Let you show Abias. Come to radio and tell Abias, or anywhere, show Abias what you have signed. And you as governor, or when you become governor of Abia State.
Yeah.
Those conditions are not acceptable to me and I refuse to sign them. That is the crux of the problem. That's what we have to tell.
Let me rush through the comments on Facebook before we jump to the newsroom. Akpuyuche Nakalu says, please can Mr. Chikwe tell Abians how he disbursed the 10 million naira money he said he mapped out for ASITA staff, because from investigation it was only about 7 people that he gave palliative of 10,000 naira, and it was his kinsmen. This one from Green Vincent says, bandits attempted kidnapping Buhari but failed. Since they have made their attempt, the must succeed. Must is the word he says. Oh well. Henry Onohamba says, Governor Tom last week on national television said bandits are all over Nigeria and will soon take over Asirok, and a few days later a bandit attacked president's convoy for the first time and Kuje prison as well. To me, Tom should be investigated, and as long as politicians are celebrating these attacks on media against the president alone in the name of politics and the same group and all that, quite a long message there. Chinedu Mokafa says, good morning, Mrs. Siansa Chikwe Udensi. The condition of Nigeria is as it concerns security, economy and the general welfare of the citizens is so sympathetic to talk about. We are in a serious problem. Our time cannot allow us go further with those messages. But
let me make a comment before you go. Somebody said 7 people.
If you could do that in 30 seconds, if you could.
Yes, just 7 people that came for palliatives. For the pensioners, we had almost 800 of them for pensioners. And then for the ASETA staff, there were about 340. In fact, I was shocked to see the number. I said, are all of you working? They said, yes, some of them are retired ones and some of them are serving ones. And we gave them all money. I will give them 1 bag of rice each for almost 300 of them. I'm surprised to hear 7 people. People can be mysterious.
We'll leave it there. I will be back next week, same time, same station. Thanks for being a part. And our sympathy goes with your daughter, so we wish her a quick recovery, by the way.
Yes, she's recovering already.
And that's it. Take you to the newsroom now. Open Parliament.